How are we doing today, man? I am finally back. This is my first video. Actually, no, I made a video on my birthday, but I'm 21 years old now. I'm finally back. It's nice to be back. I don't want to go on another trip again until I'm consistently profitable. I don't want to do anything again until I'm consistently profitable. And there's a few reasons for that we'll get into at the end of the video. But yeah, man, it was nice. It was fun. It was a great time. I'll talk about the trip at the end. But yeah, it's good to be back. I feel great. Have a nice tan, right? Probably looking a little bit worse because didn't really work out over the trip. But yeah, man, here we go. We are back. And as you can tell by the thumbnail or the title, we got rinsed, man. My casino luck from the trip carried over into the charts. We got rinsed of $670 today. We'll kind of go over how that happened when our max loss is at 500. Yeah, we'll go over that. But today, man, I've heard that this week has been horrible. What do you guys think? I obviously haven't traded this entire week. I haven't even looked at the charts until today. This is the first time I looked at the charts. Obviously, we trended up this week. I look at price actions this week, and I thought that it looked pretty good. I thought that this looked good, like a good move higher. I like the way that this looks, right? Where we sweep these lows here and get a move up. I like it. I think it looked good, but I didn't trade the intraday session, and this is where I guess the market opened, and this was a lot of chop too. So, I don't know, man. A lot of people have been complaining, saying it's been horrible. So, how have you guys fared in these conditions? But, yeah, I've been getting cooked today. And, yeah, it doesn't look like it's getting any better. Look at this 1 minute chart here. These are days, this is why I always say on these types of days, these are days that are built to destroy accounts. Have a trade limit, have a daily loss limit, right? These are the days that you blow accounts if you don't have that in place. Because guess what? You show back up the next day and you get your trade and it runs to your take profit and now you're good. You're good to go. These are the days that are here to just take your money, to just rinse you of everything you have going. You spend 2-3 weeks doing well and then you have one day here and you just rinse your entire account. And that's kind of where we're at, man. We were doing really well here. If we look at this, we were doing really, really well. We had the last day we traded, we got rinsed, and then today we got rinsed, and we got rinsed here. We've lost $1,400 this month. We've had 2 winning days squeezed in. Horrible here. We had such a good start to this account, and sadly, the rebill is on the 20th. So that's kind of a big reason why we got rinsed today, is that our rebill is here. We have a Monday, so I will be just full porting this account on Monday. Win or lose, right? If we win, we keep the account. We lose, we get a new one, right? So cool. That's the plan, right? Because the rebill is on the 20th, and I'm not going to rebill this account unless it's above $1,000 in profit. So we're going to try our best, but yeah, we're going to try our best to full port on a good setup. Try and take like 1 or 2 minis, and yeah, try and get this baby back up. But if not, man, I'm not keeping the account, and there's no hard feelings, right? I really wish I could have passed this account, but we couldn't. And our XFA, right? If we're going to go take a look at the XFA account, we did... Oh my gosh, I hate when this happens. Come on, man. This platform is honestly horrible. Like, not really. TopStepX is not like horrible. But there's so many glitches with it. I just feel like they don't try to fix it because there's so many things that like start to glitch. But we did not take a trade today, and we haven't taken a trade for 2 weeks. Right? We weren't here this week. We were here this whole week, and we didn't take a trade. Why? We had FMC on Wednesday. Cool, makes sense. Didn't trade this at all. My birthday on this day, on May 8th, so I was a little bit hesitant to take a trade on my birthday. Didn't want to ruin my birthday. Can't remember the 9th. Oh, the 9th, we ended up getting rinsed on this count, so it's a good thing that we didn't trade there because we probably would have got rinsed as well over there. And yeah, Monday, Tuesday, we're day before FMC. This day was actually pretty good if I remember right. Small loss up here, so didn't trade this week. Cool with that. We have 2 winning days on this count. We're up on the balance, and yeah, we're chilling. We're doing all right, so hopefully we get a trade next week and hopefully do well. Hopefully we can get a payout this month in May. We just need 3 more winning days and we can withdraw our first ever payout, which is going to be really, really cool because I cannot lie, man. I'm kind of like, oh my gosh, see it happen again. But I can't lie. The reason why I hate taking time off the market is because I was feeling great. I had a lot of momentum, but then I had that one big losing day on Friday, but I still have great momentum. I've been trading the XFA like a pro. I've been trading XFA just really, really well. Doing a lot of good things. But we haven't traded for a week. and I don't have any direct results. I don't have any direct, what I mean? Like, I'm starting to get like anxious of where and how do I scale up quicker? How do I scale up to make money? How do I consistently get winning days? How do I get payouts? How do I do all these things? And that's where I'm at right now. Mentally, I'm at a point where it's like, I just need to get there. I just need to get there. I need to get there. I need to get there. I want to be there so bad, but it just takes time. I have to stay disciplined. I have to keep looking for good setups, but it's so hard to. It's so hard to keep looking for good setups. Just keep staying patient, especially when you get price action like this that will wreck accounts, right? This is built to wreck an account right here. So happy I didn't trade this. This is a 3 minute. Even here, right? We get this move down, move up, and then we get a rebalance here, and we just chop. And we just chop. And chop and chop and chop. It is just pretty hectic. I was in a position, so we actually could have done better here. We got stopped out. So, yeah. Really, really crazy day. Like, I don't blame anyone that got just absolutely demolished on a day like today. Like, I really don't. I don't blame a single soul that just got absolutely rinsed today because this price action is atrocious. What happened? What trades did I take? How did we get to this point? I'll go over that quick. And then I just want to talk about the cruise. Unbelievable cruise. And then, yeah, just be done, ready for the weekend. But, yeah, man. This is it right here. This is what we did. We took a trade on this 1 minute inversion. We're delivering out of this 1 hour gap right here. We had an S&T at these highs, so the sell-off made more sense to take out. Where was this? London and Asia low? Let's see. London and Asia low. So we swept out those two. Now we have an S&T at Asia low. We had an S&T with New York high yesterday, which is why we sold off, in my opinion. We had this accumulation. This was the best step of the day. So we took a loss. Trying the long here, or break even trade on this inversion right here. It went long, went up here, stopped to break even. We took a small loss because we held through the news and it stopped us out on news. Cool. We took a small loss here. But then I went in early on this trade right here. Went in early, didn't close above, but I got in. And that's basically where I lost the rest of my account balance. And then after I lost that, I ended up just full porting with a mini, trying to just make some back. And that's how we got slippage here and lost extra. But again, rebuild. We didn't just do this on the XFA. We would never do this on the XFA. Cool, we're fine. What was the best trade today, though? There was a nice trade here, even though it was really bad. What did we have? We had this first presented gap right here. Well, this is 930 gap, I guess. 930 dumped. We came down. We had this data low. We had this low here. We had the data low right here. This news candle low. So it could be bearish here. We have the accumulation. We manipulate higher, right, above these highs. We hold the fair value gap. We also have a 5 minute inversion, but that doesn't matter. 15 minute order block, 15 minute fair value gap that we rejected. SMT here, right, displaced lower. So we end up holding this 1 minute gap, right? We never close above. We go down, we come up, we displace lower. This was the best trade, this 3 minute inversion to the data lows. I could have taken this on the XFA account, I can't lie. I almost did, but then I just didn't because I just didn't want to lose. I almost took it when we came down here. The first time, we didn't close below, so then I locked my account. Came up, or when it closed up here, I locked my account because of just how choppy price was. I was going to take this short on my XFA, didn't. Ends up closing. Could have taken this, right, with a nice stop. I could have just targeted a 1-to-1, 33 points. Would have got it, smacked a $200 day, been off to the races, day done. Really nice trade. You could have held also to London low. So regardless of what you did, I could have taken it with 2 micros and risked like 50 points, and we would have hit it anyway. So regardless, we would have had a winning day if we took this trade. Very nice setup. I just didn't take it. That's all really I see for the day. We instantly reversed off the bottom, and yeah, nothing good after that. But that was fine if you were able to wait for that. If you would have been patient enough to wait for that trade, but I wasn't able to. Where could you go? Wow. Right when you see this displacement, you could enter. Close here. This is the displacement you want to see. This is the manipulation. You can expect the data low to get ran. 3 lows, low resistance liquidity, and Asia and London lows. So very, very nice. Got a piece of that on this account. I just didn't have much margin left. I had like $70. So I went in with 2 micros, and we didn't really get to make that much. And then we just gambled around here and lost. So that's it for the charts. For me, man, I'm gonna just talk about my trip now, and it kind of ties into just want to be successful in life because it kind of goes hand in hand. It's kind of like a real world experience of like, wow, I want to be that guy. I want to be like a baller. But first of all, the trip was great, man. Mexico was crazy. It felt like a GTA lobby, Like, dude, we landed, or not landed, but we arrived in Mexico. And the first day we left with some golf carts, just going through just the hood, basically, just with a tour guide, kind of went to a beach. And I tell you, man, like there was just potholes everywhere on the road. There was just like military cars driving by with just massive guns. And dude, we're just being absolute menaces out there. Like me and my 8 friends, being absolute menace. Like doing stuff that like nothing crazy. Like we didn't steal anything. We didn't do anything like morally wrong. We were just, you know, drinks were flowing, right? Like we were just having a good time. We had the golf carts. We were whipping them. We would have got arrested, though, in the United States. Like, I can promise that. Like, we would not have been able to do the stuff we were doing in Mexico. In the United States, like, dude, you can bargain down prices. Like, we were at the restaurant, and we were like, hey, we'll give you, they asked him for $20 for the lunch. We were like, hey, here's $5, right? Does that work? Cool, right? Same thing. We drive by. There's hundreds of people trying to give massages on the beach. $20 for an hour. Nope, let's give you $5 for 30 minutes and stuff like that. Like, it was so sick. That was the first day, the first place we stopped at. That was more so like the really poor area, but just really nice. Like, such nice beaches. The most beautiful beaches you'll see. Just unbelievable. And then the second spot we stopped in Mexico, for the 2 spots we stopped on land, then I'll talk about like the actual cruise itself. Okay, yeah. The second spot was a little bit nicer area. Definitely weren't as crazy. We didn't do as crazy stuff. We went snorkeling, which was really sick. There were some cool reefs. We got to see some sharks, some fish. Such a sick experience. It was like a 4-hour boat excursion thing off, like going to snorkel, catamaran, everything. Pictures, water, reefs, fish, animals, right? Sandbar to hang out on after was really cool. That was day 2. So 2 great experiences. Like one was just like the poor poverty side of Mexico. The other one was like a little bit nicer side. Really cool. And obviously I'm just speed firing talking about it, but I'm telling you, man, unbelievable experience. It's so sad to leave a trip because it's like we were saying the whole time, like how are we gonna go back to regular life after this? Because you just wake up. We had the drink package. You just hammering drinks, eating food, getting dinners that are reserved for you. You have unlimited activities. You're just doing stuff, and there's so many people. Like that's the biggest thing. I'm a pretty social person, but like I don't really get to socialize with many people much throughout my day. Like I don't really do much, and it's kind of like being back home. That's gonna be the biggest thing. Is it was so cool, because on the actual cruise, I basically became like a celebrity on the cruise because the first day they're doing like these game shows, and the first day we had like a game show thing, and I got called up because I was the last one to bring the slip for my team, and I basically just I don't know, man. I for the game show, I was thinking of just funny responses, really quick, just doing did a good performance, I guess, for whatever I had to do. And everybody was hype. And then after that, they had karaoke in the same spot, like right after, and I did a really good karaoke. Obviously, I was pretty blitzed the entire time at night like that. So everybody loved like my first day performance, and then I just kept showing back up. And then if there's like team games, they nominated 5 people in the crowd, like everyone would scream my name, like Diego, like have me come up. It was so sick. And then like throughout the whole rest of the trip, after day 1 and 2, it was like a 5-day. But after those, the first day and then especially the second day, I would walk anywhere and like it would be like, hey Diego, how's it going? Like old ladies, younger ladies, group of guys, like whatever it was. I basically became like the guy on the cruise. It was so cool. And dude, unfortunately, and unfortunately, a bad part about the cruise is there was this one girl that I met on the cruise. I want to talk about it because it's a pretty nice story. It didn't end well, or it didn't end bad, but it didn't end well for me. Like nothing bad happened. But this is the story, man. This cruise kind of let me down. I was hoping there'd be a lot of girls on the cruise. All of my friends were. We were hoping there'd be a ton of girls, apparently it's like hit or miss on cruises. You either have like an unbelievable selection of girls or not, right? And there was this one girl I saw on day one of the cruise. Had a butterfly tattoo right on her arm. Best looking girl on the boat by far. By far. Nothing, not even close. Saw her the first day, didn't see her after that. Apparently she saw me in the first show of the first day, but I didn't see her there. Day 2, I see her at one of the shows, showing up, right, to one of the shows when we were leaving. We weren't going to that show. We were going to some different event on the boat, right? But I see her walk by, and I saw that butterfly tattoo, and I was like, that's her. That's her. Wow. Like, I need to say something. But she was with her mom and her cousin and then her uncle and then some other people. And I was like, man, like, I want to say something, but oh, it's weird. I didn't know that wasn't her dad. I probably wouldn't talk to her if her dad was there. But anyways, I saw her and I was contemplating. I was talking to my friends. I was like, that's her. That's a girl I saw. Like, I need to say something, right? And I'm not really good around girls. Cruise is a little different because you're just pounding drinks and then, it's just a cruise. You're never going to see them again. But if I'm in my hometown and I see somebody, it's a lot harder for me to go and get them to say something. But then, right, I see this girl and I'm just like, I have to say something. I got to say something, right? She walks over with her mom to the bar to get a drink. And I'm thinking, this is my chance. I was probably just standing off the side, like a little bit further away. We were talking about it. I had never said anything to her yet. That was like the second time I saw her. Apparently she'd already seen me throughout the cruise. And then I go, wow, okay. I don't know. I can't do it. And then I ended up walking off because I just couldn't do it. Couldn't get myself to do it. Later that same night, there was like this quote unquote club. It's not like a club. It was awful, but it was fun because you just go dance, sing, whatever. But again, there's like no girls. Like that's the only everything on the cruise went to perfection besides the girls. But we were there, and I see her walk in with her mom. She goes, sits down the corner area. And I told my friend when we left, when she was at the bar, right? Again, I was like, look, if I see her again today or tomorrow or on the cruise, I'm going to have to say something. So I shook his hand on it, right? And I see her walk in. I'm like, oh, gosh, I didn't think she'd actually be here. I sit down. And, dude, you know how pretty girls are. They're so intimidating. They're so intimidating to go and talk to. So I was like, dude, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can do this. And I didn't for like 30 minutes. And then I see her walking out by herself. And she was walking just like around the bar, walking out the door. And I'm like, this is my chance. So I start running, like just running. I'm like, excuse me. And she's walking down the stairs this time. She looks back. Beautiful girl. Looks back. Oh, what's it go? Or whatever. I forgot what she even said. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. What's your name? I had to ask, what's your name? And then she says, I'm not going to say, actually, it doesn't really matter, but I'm not going to say it because, just know. I call it a butterfly tattoo anyways. If I see that girl again, hopefully, but I don't think I will. But anyways, looks back. I'm like, honestly, I don't really have anything to say right now because I didn't have anything planned. I said I was going to talk to you if I saw you again. You started walking, started leaving, so I thought this was my only chance. So I wanted to say something. I wanted to figure out what your name was and just say hi. And she was like, she's like, don't worry, I'm coming back. She's just going to the bathroom. So I was like, oh, shoot, bet. And I was like, man, it felt amazing. I was like, I'm so glad I went up, said anything, whatever. And then she leaves. Or no, she doesn't leave. She comes back, and she came back, and I was like contemplating. I was like, I don't know. Do I say something now? She sat down, and then eventually I was like, screw it, dude. She later told me she's coming back. I already said my name. I already talked to her. Walk over, sit down, and just talk to her mom. Cousin, cool family. Such a cool family. And then, yeah, they basically said that they knew me from the first day of the show, and yeah, talked to her in there for a while that night, and then what happened that night? Yeah, just talked to her in there, mom, her, cousin, and then they left. I think they went to sleep. No, what happened? Day 2. Oh, okay. Wow. I can't remember what happened. Maybe this was day 3. But we end up leaving. She had to go get something from the casino, one of her card or something. And then we go, and I was going to go grab my chips, the gamble, and we were going to gamble. But then came up to my room, and there was a sock on the door for one of my friends, and that meant don't go inside. So I couldn't grab my chips, and then instead we went to a hot tub, me, her, and the cousin, and just talked. It was great. It was great. Like it was a lot of fun. And no, that was a different day. That was the 3rd day after we did karaoke. So I was trying to get her to sing karaoke with me, and she wouldn't do it. I don't know why. Maybe she just didn't want to be up on stage with me. But yeah. So I just was like, cool. Seems like she's just shy. Whatever. Going well. I was having a great time. Like again, beautiful girl, best looking girl, good looking girl. Honestly, like. And yeah. So then, day 4, whatever. I end up, again, seeing her at one of the shows, whatever, talking. End up just hanging out with her and her mom, right? Or she texted me. But this is the thing. She was being so dry, like, on text. And it would be like, I don't know. Like, I would say something, and I'd be like, hey, what are you doing? Whatever, right? Oh, I'm just doing this, or whatever. Or I say, what do you think about this? She'd be like, oh, okay. Or whatever. And then eventually she was like, oh, I'm going to go grab food here, right? And I was like, okay, I'll go whenever you go, right? And then no response. And I'm like, you still going? Oh, I've been in my room, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'll still go, or I'm still going. And I show up. She's sitting there with her mom. Cool, I come down, sit down. Sit down and talk for an hour and a half. Sick. But it's hard to get like a read, man. It's hard to get a read. And that was that day. And then the last day of the cruise, I was like, cool, I'm not going to text her because, like, I've been trying. It just seems, like, weird, man. Like, it seems weird because it's just, like, not really getting the same energy, right? And that's cool, right? But, again, I didn't know how to think of it. So I'm saying this, right? Like, I'm saying, like, okay, I'm not going to text her tomorrow on the last day. If she texts me, then I'm in there, right? Like, I'm in there, right? That's what you'd think. Because if she, like, I don't want to keep bothering her, right? So we were out of the pool. Me and my other friend, we were out the pool while the rest of my friends were just in the casino. And yeah, they were just gambling all day. We were at the pool, played some cornhole with some of her family. And then, yeah, saw her out in the pool and said something for a minute. She was going to get ready for dinner. Yeah, that was about it. I didn't text her, then whatever. Just saw her there, said something quick, boom. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, whatever. I'm not gonna text her or do anything. I'm sitting in the casino at like 11, or like 11 o'clock, just playing some hands, playing roulette. And this is when I was running up on roulette. I was down on the cruise, still down on the cruise, but I was running up at roulette at this time. And I literally never have a ring or anything on. I turned on my vibration just for her to text me. And I turned it off already, but I had my vibration on my phone just to feel if to get like a notification to check my phone. And when I'm sitting there playing roulette, I got a buzz twice, but it's like 11 o'clock, so I did not expect that she would text me. And eventually I checked, like 30 minutes later, it was her texting me. She said, come to the show, your friends should come, whatever, like one of the game shows. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, she actually texted me. I hadn't texted her since the day before. She actually texted me, so I'm like, okay, cool. Like, she must have actually wanted to see me or something, right? Like, if I was bothering her, why would she text me to come? You know, she was being dry, all this stuff. It's hard to read. Just like pulling teeth with this girl. And I ended up going, and it was great. Great show. Then the karaoke happened after. Cool, great, fun. Talked to her a long time at the show. And we were gonna just go to the club place to dance, whatever, with the friends, with my friends, and then whoever, like everybody would just go there last day, whatever. And it was going good. Like if this was going, it was going the best it ever did this day. And then yeah, it was just going great. But at the shows, she was just like in a hoodie and stuff. And then she's like, okay, I'm going to go change. So she goes to her room, changes. But she forgets her room key. Her mom was at the casino or something, so she couldn't get back in her room to get the key, and you have to have the key to swipe to get into the place. So I thought she was just leaving. Like, I thought she just ditched me and was just like, whatever. But she texted me, room key, blah, blah. I was like, cool, let's just go somewhere and talk. And this is the first time where besides like just at the shows or anything, first time that I just talked to her one-on-one. Talked for like an hour. But she had already changed to go dancing. And wow, bro, when I tell you, she looked unbelievable. Unbelievable, dude. Beautiful dress. She has a nice figure, right? I'll say that. Just really beautiful. Yeah. And so we go and we just go and talk. And I was fine. I was fine to just leave my friends, go do that, talk to her, whatever, right? And this is the last day of the cruise. Talking, just whatever. Just having a good time, kind of like a date. And when we're leaving, I was like, cool. Like, when you ever coming to Florida? Because she's from somewhere up north, right? I was like, oh, when are you coming to Florida, right? Or what? You know what I mean? Like, when am I going to see you ever again? Am I ever going to see you again? And again, nothing happened. Like, between me and her, like, nothing happened. Like, I didn't do anything. I was just conversation, straight conversation. Like, I'm not really someone that's just like a, whatever type of guy, right? That's not really how I roll. So I was like, cool. Like, when am I going to see you again? Because, like, I really, like, after 3 days talking to this girl, like, bro, that's, for me, man, I fall in love quick or something. I wouldn't say I fell in love, but, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get, like, you know what I mean? Like, if I like somebody quick, right? And I was like, cool. Like, so when am I going to see you? And she's, like, said something about coming to Florida at some point. No direct plans. She's turning 21 in June 16, so soon. But when I was walking back to her room, because eventually she said, okay, cool, it's getting late, whatever, got to get up early. And for me, if it was me, I would have sat there and talked for I would have sat and talked till sunrise. Like, I would have been there all day. And she leave, well, I walk her back, and I went to give her something. And I went to hand it to her. I said, look. And it was worth a little bit of money, nothing crazy. And I was like, look, you take this, and you only take this if you think there's a chance you'll ever be able to give it back to me, right? Like, off the boat. Like, I give you this, right? And it was just a chip from the casino, worth a good amount. Like, it was $100 chip, right? And again, I feel like an idiot now because, like, I'll explain the story, and now I feel like an idiot. I should have just kept it. But I was like, here, take this $100 chip. Like, kind of trying to show, like, look, like, I want to see you again. Like, but I want some sort of, like, whatever. And I said, look, if you take only take this if you would want to see me again, right? Cool. She says, no, I can't take it, whatever. Because it's the $100, right? She doesn't want to take $100 from me. I was like, no, like, I'm either leaving it at your door, and you can pick it up tomorrow morning, and you can take it home and give it back to me at some later point, or I'm leaving it. Like, I'm not going to use it anymore. So I was like, it's up to you. And then just going back and forth, right? Like, and I thought it was like a good back and forth. I don't know. I might have misread the cues. Like, back and forth, like, no, like, blah, blah. And then she's like, okay, like, and I was like, you're not going to leave on the ground. And then she walks in, goes in her room. And then again, we're just texting back and forth for like 20, 30 minutes. And she's in the room. I'm not there. I'm just trying to convince her, or I'm trying to just wait to see her come grab the chip right off the ground. And then eventually I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to bed. And I was like, I left the chip at your door. And this is what she said, man. This is what she said. I'm going to read this text, man. This is what she said. I have her name literally saved as a butterfly tattoo on my phone. So I literally saved this, or she literally says this. If you want me to take it that bad, leave it at my door, 3134, but you have to be gone. Like, I can't just be sitting out there waiting. And if I take it or not, I'll send you a picture. Take the chance. So I left the thing there, and that sounded pretty good. Like take the chance, right? And I was willing to. I'd either take the chance or I'd lose that same $100 on roulette. But and then she just said, "I'll see you when I see you." But yeah, after that, next day happens, right? I was hoping that I'd wake up or we get off the boat and I'd see her send me a picture of the chip in her hand off the boat. But she didn't. So, yeah, now I wish I had that money. Not really. It was worth the try, right? I feel like I'm like kind of like a hopeless romance. Like, it was worth the try. It would have been a great story, right? If it ever went anywhere, it would have been a great story. But yeah, it's not gonna happen. I guess she just, I don't know, man. Who knows? Girls are weird. I'll never figure it out, man. Maybe at this point, it looks like I'm just never gonna find a wife. But yeah, I was really, really hoping that she would take the chip, and deep down, I still have some hope that she has it, and she's just waiting until she comes to Florida, and then yeah, but it's not gonna happen. So yeah, that's the story, man, of why I don't want to ever go on a cruise again. I'm just kidding, but the cruise was amazing. It just kind of sucks because it genuinely feels like a heartbreak, bro. Like talked to this girl for 3 days, and I'm already like, the whole ride home, I'm like sitting there and like, just thinking about it. Like, dang, man, like, I don't know. Like I said, it's just that idea. I think it's just the idea of it, right? The idea of it. She's obviously good looking. And like I felt like it was going well. Like the family seemed to like me, the mom, the cousin, like, but who knows? And then when I saw them when we were leaving, get off the boat, I saw her stand there, and it was just kind of like cold, like nothing, no wave, nothing. Like it was weird. It was weird, man. Like not at all how it went the whole 3 days. So maybe I just misread things, but it was weird, and cool. And that's the story, man, of it. And who knows, man? Maybe someday she'll fly into Florida and think about it. Maybe she has the chip. Maybe she doesn't. But that's where we're at, man. And that's like the majority. That's like my cruise experience, right? Is that because that's like I was kind of locked in on that. Again, there was no other. If there was other girls on the cruise, I would have not spent a single second messing or like going so hard. But it was almost like there was nothing better for me to do or go after. So I was like, cool. I just kind of poured it all into that, and it was fun. But and it was cool. It was cool. She's cool. It was cool to meet her. But yeah, man. If it was up to me, I would be texting her, get on FaceTime, stuff like that. But it's not meant to be. It's not meant to be, man. There's somebody. God's got somebody for me. Just like with trading, right? Just like with trading, man. You just got to trust God's timing. It's not when you want it. It's not when you think you have it. It's God's timing. So that was it, man. If you guys know a girl in Michigan that has a butterfly tattoo on her right or left arm, and her name starts with an A, right? Name starts with an A. You might know the girl. But, yeah, man. It was cool. But I was really, really hoping that there would be a chance that would be one of those crazy stories, right? That would be a fantastic story. Better than, just saying you met your girlfriend on, what's it called, Tinder. But, yeah, man, it's kind of like once you get out of high school and you're not in college, it's like, where do you meet these girls, right? Where are you going to get that great story, that high school sweetheart, that whatever. It just seems like, yeah, once you miss that, it's just, you got to just hope for the best. And I was thinking maybe there was a chance. It'd been pretty nice story, pretty cool. But again, like I said, God's timing's perfect. I'm happy for the experience of it. It was cool. Yeah, that's my story of the cruise, man. That's my story of that. I thought that was a fun story. But yeah, we hit 4,500 subscribers as of vacationing. So that's another quarter in the jar. We're starting to fill this thing up, man. I really appreciate you guys. This one is a Tennessee, 2002. Love it. Tennessee quarter. Appreciate all you guys subscribing. Please like the video, comment how did you guys do, subscribe to the channel. Because, again, oh yeah, how it ties in, we're going to throw this in real quick. Here we go. But why it ties into trading also is because after that experience, man, I just want to get rich, right? I can't control if a girl's going to fall in love with me. I can't make a girl like me. Right, but I can get rich, and I can build a relationship with Jesus Christ. So that's what my goal is for the next little bit. Because, yeah, man, even though I just met that girl for 3 days, it feels like I just went through like a mini heartbreak, and I already know like in 2 days I'll completely have no emotion towards it. But I hate that feeling, and I want to just get rich, and I want to just have a relationship with Jesus Christ. So it's kind of reminding me of that. This cruise kind of reminded me of that. So we're good to be back. But again, man, there's a lot of anxiety in life. Will I find my partner? Will I find a good, successful job? Will I be able to do this, that, hit my goals? So much anxiety in life, and I just really think that it all comes back down to Jesus. You have to figure that out. So I have to do better. I know I have to do better, and we'll get where we want to go to. So love and appreciate all you guys. That was my ramble. That was my yap session, but it's good to be back. Tough losing day, but it's good to be back. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.